Hello everyone, welcome to the series on the history of English literature. And in this video, we are going to discuss the evolution of history writing in the Victorian age. Introduction. The Victorian era, 1837 to 1901, a period marked by Queen Victoria's long reign, was a time of profound transformation not only in British society but also in the intellectual and literary landscapes. One of the most significant shifts occurred in the realm of historical writing. While earlier historians like Thomas Carlyle and Thomas Barbington Macaulay captivated readers with their vivid prose and dramatic narratives, a new generation of historians emerged, prioritizing rigorous research and academic precision over literary flair. This evolution in historical writing reflected broader societal changes, including advancements in education, the rise of the middle class, and a growing emphasis on scientific inquiry and objectivity. Carlyle and Macaulay, the Romantic historians. Thomas Carlyle and Thomas Barbington Macaulay were towering figures in Victorian historical writing, known for their engaging and often theatrical styles. Carlyle, in works such as The French Revolution, A History, and On Heroes, Hero Worship, and The Heroic in History, employed a passionate and often subjective approach to history. He focused on the impact of great individuals or heroes, believing that these figures were the primary drivers of historical change. Carlyle's prose was rich and evocative, aiming to inspire and provoke his readers' emotions and moral convictions. Similarly, Macaulay's History of England from the accession of James II showcased his ability to blend scholarly research with a compelling narrative voice. Macaulay was adept at creating dramatic and memorable portrayals of historical events and figures, making his histories accessible and engaging to a wide audience. However, both Carlyle and Macaulay's approaches were criticized for their romanticism and lack of stringent adherence to factual accuracy. Their emphasis on individual agency often overshadowed broader social and economic forces shaping historical events, leading to a somewhat skewed and heroic interpretation of history. The emergence of scientific historians. As the Victorian era progressed, a shift towards a more scientific and methodical approach to history began to take hold. This new generation of historians sought to distance themselves from the romantic and subjective styles of Carlyle and Macaulay. Instead, they emphasized objectivity, critical analysis, and the meticulous examination of primary sources. Pioneers of this movement included William Stubbs, Edward A. Freeman, and Samuel R. Gardiner, often referred to as the scientific historians. William Stubbs, Constitutional History. William Stubbs was a seminal figure in the development of constitutional history. His monumental work, Constitutional History of England, published in multiple volumes between 1874 and 1900, remains a cornerstone of English historical scholarship. Stubbs meticulously analyzed the evolution of England's constitutional framework, drawing extensively from legal documents, parliamentary records, and other primary sources. His approach was characterized by a rigorous adherence to factual accuracy and a systematic methodology, setting a new standard for historical research and writing. Edward A. Freeman, Social and Economic Factors. Edward A. Freeman expanded the scope of historical inquiry to include social and economic factors, challenging the previously dominant focus on political and military history. In works such as History of the Norman Conquest of England and the Growth of the English Constitution, Freeman employed a comprehensive analysis of social structures, economic conditions, and cultural developments. His emphasis on the interplay between various societal elements provided a more nuanced and holistic understanding of historical processes, moving beyond the actions of individual leaders to consider the broader context in which events unfolded. Samuel R. Gardiner, Narrative and Precision. Samuel R. Gardiner exemplified the meticulous and precise style of the scientific historians. His extensive studies on the Tudor and Stuart periods, including History of England from the accession of James I and History of England from the accession of Charles II, were renowned for their detailed research and balanced analysis. Gardiner's commitment to accuracy and his methodical approach ensured that his histories were both reliable and scholarly. His works emphasized chronological precision and factual integrity, contributing significantly to the credibility and authority of historical writing. The shift toward objectivity and methodology. The transition to scientific history had profound implications for the discipline. The emphasis on primary sources and archival research underscored the importance of evidence-based conclusions, reducing the influence of personal bias and subjective interpretation. Historians like Stubbs, Freeman, and Gardiner advocated for a systematic methodology, which included careful sourcing, corroboration of facts, and an objective stance towards historical events. This approach fostered a more scholarly and credible form of history writing, aligning it with the broader Victorian commitment to scientific inquiry and rational thought. Impact and legacy. The shift towards scientific history during the Victorian age laid the groundwork for modern historical scholarship. The rigorous standards and methodological innovations introduced by Stubbs, Freeman, and Gardiner set new benchmarks for historians, promoting a culture of precision and objectivity that continues to influence the fields today. Their work demonstrated that history could be both intellectually rigorous and widely accessible, bridging the gap between academic scholarship and public education. Moreover, the move away from romanticized narratives towards a focus on social, economic, and constitutional factors enriched the understanding of historical processes. This comprehensive and analytical approach provided a more accurate and multifaceted portrayal of the past, enabling historians to explore the complexities and interconnections of societal development. Conclusion. The development of history writing in the Victorian age marks a pivotal evolution from the romantic and subjective approaches of Carlyle and Macaulay to the scientific and methodical practices of Stubbs, Freeman, and Gardiner. This transformation reflected broader societal changes, including the rise of scientific inquiry, the expansion of education, and the increasing demand for objective and reliable historical accounts. While the literary brilliance and engaging narratives of early Victorian historians have their enduring appeal, the legacy of the scientific historians lies in their commitment to truth, accuracy, and the advancement of historical knowledge. Their contributions have not only shaped the course of historical scholarship, but have also ensured that history remains a vital and respected discipline, capable of providing deep insights into the human experience. Through their dedication to rigorous research and objective analysis, Victorian historians set a standard of excellence that continues to resonate in contemporary historical writing. The era's emphasis on method, precision, and comprehensive understanding transformed history from a largely narrative-driven discipline into a robust field of academic inquiry, paving the way for future generations of historians to explore and interpret the past with greater depth and reliability. So this was the discussion on the evolution of history writing in the Victorian age. We will meet in the next video and discuss some other topic. Until then, goodbye and thank you.